All right, well, hello everybody, and welcome back down into the basement garden area, my sort of dungeon laboratory, where you can see the spider plants are all doing quite well behind me, and my newest fern that's just kind of off camera here seems to be doing amazingly well, although I definitely need to transplant it. Today would normally be a garden update, but let's face it, I'm a gardener in West Manitoba. It's -10 outside, and there's really not a lot of outdoor gardening to be done for the next 6 to 7 months. So, seems to me like this is a really good time to maybe take an opportunity, and as seasons change, maybe I should start adapting a few different avenues for conversation, maybe is a good way to put it, here on the channel. There are a lot of things that I find quite interesting in the world around us, and really by limiting myself on this particular channel to gardening related things, it gets very difficult in the wintertime to maintain the conversation. And let's face facts, I enjoy chatting with y'all in the comments and such, and I do try and get back to them as often as I can. It's a little harder these days, but I do still eventually get to just about everybody. So if I haven't gotten to a comment of yours yet, please bear with me, and I will be doing so soon. Yeah, so I am going to be kind of changing the nature of the channel. I mean, it's still primarily a gardening and growing type channel, but as Brother Trollforge pointed out to me quite some time ago, it's not JT's garden channel, it's the JT Bear channel, and part of why it's around is so that I can share the weirdness of me with any of you who are interested. So part of that is, I have a very boring job. You may not know, but I work at a hog farrowing barn, which basically means I crank out bacon seeds. My particular job there does not require me to listen to my coworkers, which on many levels is absolutely fantastic. I work entirely by myself. I'm in a room all by myself. I'm pressure washing, basically, is what I do. So since I'm already covered up with the ear protection anyway, I've taken the opportunity to start listening to audiobooks at work, and I've gone through over a dozen books already since I've been doing that. So I'm thinking, since I am something of a bibliophile, I might actually start doing some like 5-minute audio or Audible book reviews. Audible because that's what I ended up hooking up with as an audiobook situation. But there are quite a few excellent books on there that yeah, I would be more than happy to share my opinion of. I've already found a couple of crappy books on there that I'm also very happy to share my opinion of, you know what I'm saying? So not that this channel is going to be entirely book-related stuff from here on out. That's just one of the new paths in the forest that we're going to add to the JT Bear channel. Other things, kind of relate to gardening, but not really. I am fascinated by what's going on in the space industry these days. I grew up as a bit of a Star Trekkie. My regular viewers probably know this because you keep seeing my little Enterprise cake topper around in all kinds of different plants over the years. But obviously, that's not quite where we're at. But what's going on with Blue Origins and SpaceX is absolutely fascinating to me, and the idea of space exploration beyond either of those two companies, but just as a generalized concept is fascinating to me. A lot of the channels that I watch lately kind of revolve around that stuff, and I would like to share my thoughts on that with you guys and get some feedback on that as well. I mean, it's going to be one of those things where people have, I think, some wildly differing beliefs on what we can do, what we are doing, what's really happened, and there's going to be conspiracy theory that pops up in that, but some of that totally doesn't relate to gardening. Others kind of sort of does. Like, I've got some interesting ideas on how I think we could successfully terraform Mars. Now, that you could say that's a gardening video because we're talking about plants, right? Terraforming, making it more Earth-like. That's gardening on a global scale, planetary gardening. So I mean, I could get away with that, but talking about asteroid development and solar system economics and how things are, quite possibly going to function that way in the future. Not really gardening related. And again, it's not necessarily the main road that this channel is going to be taking, but I think it is another one of those branching paths that we are occasionally going to explore, because it's one of those things that interests me. And humankind, I'm a humanist. I don't know any of you have seen the Devil's Advocate, but John Milton's rant there. Yeah, I am a humanist. I am a fan of man. I want to see us succeed. I want to see us expand, and I want to see us safe, and I want to see civilization safe, right? So that's a big part of why I do have the food channel going, is because I want people to be able to eat. I want them to be encouraged by my failures and my successes. Like, if it works for me, then odds are it's going to work for you, because odds are I screwed up several things along the way, and most people watching any of my gardening videos, can look and go, oh, well, you should have done this, you should have done that, you should have done the other thing, and therefore I've already sparked thought going for you, right? So immediately my goal is achieved. As soon as you see something that I'm doing wrong, I'm making you think, and I have won as far as I am concerned. Now, that said, a lot of people have pointed out some pretty obvious mistakes over the years, and I don't claim to be a garden guru. I am some dude in a toque trying to grow food in Canada. That is the claim. But as far as this channel goes, I do think, as I've been saying, that there are going to be some interesting new avenues of conversation opened up over the next few weeks, months, whatever. I hope you continue to stick around with me and enjoy the visits and hanging out and such. I, am still very much focused on gardening and farming. I mean, those of you who are also subscribed to the Bear Family Farm channel know that that's kind of where my focus is going these days, although I don't put much content up there because, well, we don't have much going right now, and people don't really want to watch theoretical farming videos in my experiences. They want to watch what's actually going on now type videos, and last time I checked the bank, I'm about $45,000 short to be able to make that next little leap. So if any of you want to make a $45,000 donation to my channel, let me know. I'll hook you up with the PayPal information. But for the rest of us, we're just going to have to wait it out while, step by step I get things done. My sincerest hope is that by adding some of these new avenues of conversation, we might get some new people into the conversation down below in the general videos. I might get some new people interested in gardening that maybe were spacey type people, or were booky type people, or just like the personality, or whatever it is that so many of you stick around for. I mean, this channel has been going for over 8 years now, and I have been dabbling with aquaponics for over a decade now. So I mean, that is something I want to actually discuss probably this winter, is well, just kind of what I've learned over the last decade of fiddling with aquaponic gardens, and am I still as convinced of their functionality and usefulness as I was when I made that 2-year video? Well, you'll have to tune in to find out. Basically, that's kind of what I wanted to sit down and chat with y'all about today. I apologize to those of you who are expecting something distinctly more garden related, but you should be used to a little bit of weirdness by now from me. And to any of you who are just joining the channel, well, hey, thank you. I am amazed that this is your very first video for the channel. I hope you look around and like what you find, and who knows, maybe you can find something worth sharing. And by all means, feel free to subscribe. But that is where I'm going to let it go today. I've got some fish to feed, and I've got some plants to water, and that's all pretty boring, maintaining kind of just the same old stuff. So yeah, next time we see each other, which is to say next time I'm looking at my camera and then you're looking at me, yeah, who knows what we could be talking about. But I am very excited to get onto a few of those topics that I have mentioned, and a whole lot more that I have not. So hopefully you will be with me for the long run, and hopefully we will continue to enjoy the conversation. All right, everybody, much love for now, and go out, have some fun with your ideas, test things, learn from it, grow into a newer, bigger, better person. It's a good way to go through life. Test, learn, grow, right? Yeah, I will see you all next time.